All rise. Support court with Judge Vanda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1066, Ward case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Ward, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
All right, now, okay. Now, let me just kind of cut to the chase of the thing. I was engaged to the mama of his child, and we were just having a good time, and it was really getting ready to have a wedding, and the reception at Genghis Grill and everything was all set up. But unfortunately, she had fallen ill. COVID had got her, and then all of a sudden one day, she's just gone.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but I mean, I had to take little Malaysia into my arms and try to explain things. I call her my little bit because, we just kicked it off right away. I'm talking about pretty much on the first date that I went on with them, because she brought her with her on our first date, which makes a lot of sense. And we just have been.
And Malaysia is the child?
Yes, ma'am.
How
yes,
old is Malaysia?
She's 7.
Okay.
And, she's one of those smart little girls that where you can't really get a whole lot past her. She's going to call you on your stuff.
Okay.
And that's what I appreciated.
This case is both deeply emotional and legally intricate. Mr. Ward, a devoted stepfather, is in a heartfelt battle to retain custody of Malaysia, the daughter of his late fiancé, whom he has lovingly raised as his own. However, her biological father has stepped forward, determined to assert his parental rights. With tensions rising and stakes higher than ever, the judge is faced with one of the most challenging custody.
On point with all of her schoolwork. She loves doing her homework. Our thing is to watch some Schoolhouse Rock on YouTube to let her know how the old school did it and everything. And so we, our favorite hangout is the Sesame Place. She loves to go there. She saw one episode of Lego Masters, and I took her to the Lego place out there and the shops in Willow Bend and everything. So it's like, that's been my road dog. That's been my everything and all that kind of stuff.
Sounds like the two of you have a great relationship.
Oh, seriously. I mean, I just love having her, like my own child. And I feel like that she is actually my own child. I know that she only likes broccoli with ketchup, and she likes fish sticks with ketchup, and she likes corn with ketchup. I don't know what this thing is about ketchup.
Me either. I don't like ketchup like that.
I don't either. But I know how she likes that. I know that she's got to have that mood light on when she goes to sleep. I know that if I don't put those downy beads in with her blanket, that she's not going to sleep. So I do everything. I mean, I talk to the teachers. I got her on the after school program. I mean, everything that I could possibly want to do for a child, I do for her.
Okay. And
so my thing is that, I'm doing all the things that a dad would do for his daughter. And little bit in me, it's like, hey, I mean, I might as well just go ahead and say that she's mine. Because, up until the time that she and I and her mother were together, that's just the way it was. When it was with her, I was with them. So it's like, I feel like I take care of her.
Okay.
And since I figure I take care of her, then, then this cat over here, you figure that, that he's got something to say about it. When I've hardly seen him, granted, she's the child's daddy. I mean, yeah, every once in a while he'll come around. Every once in a while he'll visit her and all that kind of stuff. But he don't know.
What do you mean by every once in a while?
Oh, but every once in a while, it's like he'll come, he might honk the horn or whatever. He might ask her to come out. She'll come out and see. And that's the one thing about her. She knows no strangers,
Okay, so you're referring, you called him a cat. I mean, what?
Okay, all right, look.
So this is her dad.
This is her dad, yes.
Okay, so you're saying he's not doing all of the things that you're doing with Little Bit, right?
No, not at all. I mean, really,
and know that for a fact?
Well, this is how I look at it. If he was like a real man, if he was really taking care of his business, handling his business, then I wouldn't have any room to have proposed to Little Bit's mama. I wouldn't have even a place in her radar. But the fact that I did, to me, kind of says something. I mean, come on, man. It's like,
So let me ask my question again. Okay. You know this for a fact that he's not active in her life.
Well, the one thing that I know,
okay,
is that a lot of things that she needs and that she likes and dislikes, he hardly knows half of that.
Oh.
I mean, as far as I mean, come on. I mean, it's
Sir,
like,
give me 1 second. I'm about to have him wrap it up.
okay,
So,
okay. Well, look, all I know is this. When it comes between me and him, she comes to me. When it comes
that
to
you know of.
yeah, that I see. You know, I mean, every
Mr. Ward takes the stand, his voice thick with emotion as he paints a vivid picture of his life with Malaysia. He speaks of sleepless nights spent comforting her after her mother's passing, the early morning school runs, the late night homework sessions, each moment a thread in the bond they've built. He declares himself her rock, her constant in a world that changed too soon. But beneath his devotion, frustration simmers. He accuses the biological father of being absent, appearing only when it suits him. The courtroom holds its breath as his words linger, a heartfelt plea from a man who has given his all, yet fears losing the child he calls his own.
She ready to come home with her real dad.
no.
Okay, Mr. Ward, give me 1 second. You know, your story was beautiful. It was very colorful. You know, and that's not to say that you're being untruthful about anything. However, I would like to also hear from Dad, because as you know, there are always two sides to every story, well, really three, and the truth lies somewhere in between them, right?
I understand.
So give me a moment, and I'll
Okay.
go over to Dad.
All right.
Now, Dad, it sounds like, you know, your daughter and Mr. Ward have a great relationship, but is it true these, you know, allegations he's saying about you not being very active and involved?
None of it, man. I see my child every time I'm off work, and every time I'm off, I go and pick her up, and she stays with me for the whole 4 days. I work 3 days on, 4 days off, and
Okay.
he knows it. And when we talk to her on the phone, she says he's too invasive. He always, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he always in her face and want to know
Like
this.
a helicopter dad.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Like a microscope. That's how she feels, and she don't like it. And then as far as me and my child's mother splitting up, you know, that was between us. That was years before she even met you, so you can't put that on me.
Well, you know, I can't put a lot on you. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. You can call me helicopter all you want to, but you were not there when her mama died, man. You weren't there to have to console her when she was crying and didn't go to sleep. You weren't there. I was there.
You didn't
Where were
even
you?
tell me. I was at work.
Huh?
You didn't even tell me.
See, that's the thing. You are always at work. You're always at work.
And see, here's the thing. I know there are a lot of emotions going on. I usually don't let people talk back and forth to each other.
I'm so sorry.
But I do understand the
I don't wanna talk to him
underlying
anyway.
issue here. Especially with, you know, your fiance passing away. I definitely understand that. I am just trying to get some clarity here because according to the paperwork that you filed, Mr. Ward, there is a court order in place.
Yes.
And it names your fiance as the custodial parent and dad as the non-custodial parent. And you are essentially trying to modify this order.
Well, yeah, because essentially, to me, I became the custodial parent.
Okay.
granted,
and you
yeah, okay.
understand how you feel is not what the law says, right?
I do understand that. But,
Okay.
Your Honor, the one thing that I do know is that the custodial duties I have taken on, and I know it's not by emotion, and I'm not even just talking about emotion, I'm talking about my actions. The teachers know me. The teachers call me.
Hold that thought.
The biological father doesn't back down, standing his ground against Mr. Ward's claims. He admits his job keeps him busy, but argues that providing financial stability is just as vital as being physically present. He points to the moments that matter, cheering Malaysia on at her piano recitals, guiding her through self-defense lessons, ensuring she never goes without. But he doesn't stop there. He challenges Mr. Ward's parenting style, suggesting that his constant involvement, while well-intentioned, can sometimes be overbearing. Labeling him a helicopter dad, he raises a new question. Is too much protection just as concerning as too little? Now, the courtroom faces a tough dilemma. Two men, both deeply devoted to Malaysia, yet with vastly different views on what it means to be a father.
Anytime they call, I stop what I'm doing and I'm on the way.
Okay. All right. It sounds like he's pretty involved. And tell me some things you and your daughter do together.
Well, I take her to piano. I pay for her piano lessons.
Okay.
Some days when I'm off, I take her. He takes her other days. I pay for her to be in karate class.
Okay.
We go to Six Flags together. We go skating together. I try to teach her how to bowl. We have fun. Go to my mom's house and, I drop her off, and she enjoys spending time over there mostly.
All right. So she has a good relationship with grandmother. It sounds like this child is just well loved all around with both sides. I mean, is there any chance of the two of you trying to get along
Not
to
at
make
all.
it work for the
She wants to
best
be
for
at
your
home
daughter?
with her dad, but he keeps saying, "Oh, she needs to be here," and my child's mother is no longer here, so I'm trying to get him to court to get full custody of my child.
Okay.
All the way. So that's how that's gonna end. You're not gonna be around too much longer.
No, man, no. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. No.
Well, neither one of you are going to talk to each other like anything anymore. I'm ready to make my ruling. I've heard what the both of you have to say. I understand that dad is pretty involved with the child. He's paying for teaching her how to skate, paying for karate. She has a great relationship with her paternal grandmother. It sounds like dad wants to be a part of the child's life. I also understand, Mr. Ward, your heavy involvement with the child. You have a nickname for her. You all do things together. She loves ketchup. You know all about her nightlife and her sleep routines and everything like that. However, that does not negate the fact of what the law says. The child was not left with you by dad. Her dad is still alive. Sounds like he's very active. Doesn't sound like he, is a deadbeat parent by any means. He is making the expenditures that any parent would do. And he also said he's trying to petition the court at some point to get sole custody of his daughter. So based on that, I have no other choice but to dismiss your claim, because you do not have any grounds to be petitioning this court for child support. Is there anything further from
No.
either of you?
No.
Ma'am, I'm very happy with the
No.
verdict.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are
Suck it up.
dismissed.
Thank you.
What?
With both sides making compelling arguments, the judge steps in to untangle the legal complexities. She acknowledges Mr. Ward's unwavering devotion and commends the role he has played in Malaysia's life. But when it comes to the law, biology holds the upper hand. Since the child's father is present, engaged, and now actively seeking custody, Mr. Ward has no legal grounds to claim parental rights or support. With no other option, the judge dismisses the petition, a devastating blow to step-parents who give their hearts to children without legal protection. This case isn't just about Mr. Ward and Malaysia. It sheds light on the difficult reality many step-parents face in the courtroom. The verdict is painful, emotional, and a sobering reminder that love alone doesn't always hold up in the eyes of the law.